Hello again, I am Noah Rosenfield, and this is my MVP demo video for Gauntlet AI's Week 3 video editor project. This one is built using Towery, so we've got React for our front end, Rust for our back end, and FFmpeg for video processing. So let's make a video. I've already got mounted my DMG and installed the application locally, so we can go ahead and just pop this open. FFmpeg is actually bundled with it, so we should be able to just get in there and start editing. Um, and like many pet owners, I take a lot of videos of my dog Deanie, and so I've got a couple of those that I'm going to stitch together today to make a nice little clip. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in these two clips together. You can see we get the metadata thumbnails, and they get auto added into the timeline here. Now, right now, we're still working on proper layering for like clip overlap and fades and all that kind of stuff. So they actually get brought in one on top of the other right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually remove that bottom clip, bring it back in again as a solo, and it's going to get automatically added to the timeline right at the end of the other clip. So now they're not overlapping. We can see them both. We can zoom out a bit. And actually what I'm going to need to do in order to scrub through this whole clip, I need to extend my working area. You can see it's got a 10-second working area. So I'm going to bump this up to 60 seconds to give myself a little extra room to play with. There we go. Now we can scrub through the whole thing. And so for this one, we can see here, I've got Deanie. She walks along the log here. There's a little too much zoom, I think. Zoom back a little bit. There we go. And then she jumps off. So I want to nix this part where she jumps off of the log. So probably right around there. Looks good to me. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to trim this one down. And then we'll zoom in a little bit. Grab that other one and move this over. Okay, move this up a bit. All right, perfect. So now for this one I talk a bit at the beginning, and then eventually we get to here. I ask her, and there she goes. She jumps right on after I tell her to jump onto the kayak. So that's pretty sweet. So that's what I want there, is just this bit right here from where I ask her to jump on. So let's go right about there. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna bring this one, trim up the front of this clip. And then we'll reposition it. And on the back end, let's see, I get very excited, give her a little kiss. There we go. And we can end right about there. So I'm going to come in here, trim it on the back end as well. And then we're going to come in here, zoom in nice and close, and line these up really nicely there. Try to get rid of all those blank frames in the middle. That looks pretty good. Looks like it should be pretty close there. And all right, so we're gonna go and zoom out. So now we just need to cut down our composition length again. It still has that 60-second length. So I'm gonna go ahead and just come in here, make this about 12 seconds, I think is what we're looking at. Let's see if we zoom in a little bit. Yeah, about 12 seconds, 12.6, I think actually might have been what it's at. Yeah, 12.6. There we go. I get a little extra frame at the end, a little black at the end. So, all right, that looks pretty good to me. From here, we can go ahead and click export. We have options for resolution. I'm going to use the source resolution just so it stays nice and crisp. And we'll go ahead with 60 FPS. We can export this and save it as Deanie clip 2. Go ahead and export that video. We get a progress bar. And now that should show up, let's see, in our test movies. There we go. Okay, export's completed successfully. And here is Deanie Clip 2. Pop this open. We can play it. And so there we go. There she's walking along the log, little cut. And there she is. She jumps in, and all good. And there will be audio. There's audio here. You can't hear it just because the microphone input is currently taking over the sound card audio, so it's not going to output an input to the recording program, all that. So anyway, thank you for watching, and looking forward to adding some more features, and see you soon.